This Women's History Month, we honor women who have significantly impacted society and paved the road of equality and freedom for all. Lucille Ball is one of the most famous actresses of her time, and she remains one of the most influential figures in women's history. She was born in 1911 in Jamestown, New York. Her father passed away when she was only 3 years old, leaving her mother and maternal grandparents to raise her. Her grandparents instilled in her a love of theater, and she began her career in show business at 15 years old. One of Lucille's modeling jobs ended up landing her a role in the film Roman Scandals, which jump-started her Hollywood career. After many successful roles and a long battle with CBS, they agreed to shoot the pilot of I Love Lucy. This show became a huge hit, remaining in the top 3 ranked shows for the entire 6 years it was filmed. On her show, Lucille broke barriers for women as she became the first pregnant woman to appear on a major network show. Behind the scenes, she also opened new doors for women as she became the first woman to head a production studio. Lucille passed away in 1989, but her legacy and impact on society live on through women in the entertainment industry.
Simone Biles is an American gymnast from Columbus, Ohio. As the most decorated gymnast in all of American history, she is widely considered the greatest gymnast of all time. At just 19 years old, Biles competed in the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. There she won 4 gold medals and 1 bronze medal. That gave her the title of earning the most gold medals in a single Olympic Games by any athlete in history. Biles also hopes to compete at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, France. Now only 26 years old, fans hope to see more success from Biles in the future.
Katherine Johnson was born on August 26, 1918 in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. As a young child, she loved to work with numbers, which translated into excellent classroom grades. She graduated at the age of 18 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Mathematics and French from West Virginia State College. She taught after college until one of her family members introduced her to the idea of working for the NACA, which stands for the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, which was the predecessor to NASA. While working, women were not looked at as leaders, but Johnson continued to question everyone's work, which stood out from everyone, and people began to rely on her mathematic work, which built her reputation. In 1952, President John F. Kennedy wanted the country to send a man to the moon, and she was selected to be part of the team where she calculated trajectories for the moon landing, and her work was used for the moon landing in 1969. Most people know Katherine Johnson from the well-known movie Hidden Figures, where she is one of 3 African-American ladies hired by NASA. They all fought the walls of racism and sexism while working to produce trajectories that were going to be used in the space exploration. After a very special and deserving life, Katherine Johnson passed away at the age of 101 on February 24, 2020.
Marilyn Monroe, American actress, comedian, singer, and model, was born on June 1, 1926, in Los Angeles, California. Born Norma Jean Mortensen and later baptized Norma Jean Baker, Monroe spent most of her childhood in an orphanage and various other foster homes. She dropped out of high school at age 15 and got married at 16 to her then boyfriend, Jimmy Doherty, a police officer. At the beginning of World War II, she had a job making drones for the Army. There she was discovered for her beauty and started her career in modeling. This led to a film contract in 1946. Although her early film appearances were minor, she quickly progressed to leading roles after a few were well received. Shortly after she started acting, her marriage ended. Despite her dumb blonde persona she portrayed in many movies, Monroe was a strong, intelligent woman who often spoke of the unfair expectations of a woman in the 50s. In 1955, she became one of the first women to create her own production company, Marilyn Monroe Productions, after experiencing less than satisfactory roles and salary at her previous company. Pushing gendered boundaries to be defined by more than her looks or the men she married, speaking up against sexual harassment, demanding equal pay, artistic freedom, and respectful working conditions, she changed the landscape for women in the entertainment industry. Monroe passed away on August 4, 1962, due to a sleeping pill overdose. Despite this, she remains one of the most successful actresses of all time, and at the time of her death, her movies had grossed more than $200 million.
Beyonce Knowles was born on September 8, 1981, in Houston, Texas. Her fame began at age 9 when she formed the girl group Destiny's Child. The group didn't last long, but grew to be majorly successful, selling over 50 million records worldwide. When the group parted ways, Beyonce continued making history on her own, being labeled as most Grammys collected by a female artist in a single night. Over the next several years, Beyonce continued to break records, release albums, and empower women all over the world. She has been credited with emphasizing women in music, bringing appreciation of Black culture in popular music, and empowering African American women artists. She has been titled as the highest paid Black actress in the history of the cinema, and as the most nominated artist in Grammy history. Beyonce's legacy will live on long after she does, and her impact on the world will forever be known.
Let's take a moment for Women's History Month to honor the incredible Amelia Earhart, a true pioneer of the skies. She soared into history as the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Her bravery and spirit of adventure broke barriers and challenged the norms of her time. Amelia's legacy goes beyond her flights. She inspired so many generations of women to chase their dreams, no matter how unreachable they may seem. Her mysterious disappearance while attempting to circumnavigate the globe only adds to her legend. Amelia Earhart, forever an icon of courage and exploration.
Taylor Swift was born on December 13th, 1989, in West Reading, Pennsylvania. She began her songwriting career at the age of 14. Her grandmother was an opera singer, which led to Taylor Swift's interest in creating music. She occasionally performed acoustic songs at a local coffee shop near her family's vacation home. She has created songs with many different genres, such as country pop, indie folk, electric pop. She is one of the world's best-selling musicians, with over 200 million records sold as of 2019. And she has received many awards, including 14 Grammy Awards.
Lainey Wilson, born May 19, 1992, in Baskin, Louisiana. She wrote her first song at age 9 and started playing guitar at 11. She was inspired by her mother for her fashion choices. As well, she was inspired by her father to start playing guitar. She moved to Nashville at age 19 after her high school graduation in 2011. She released her own self-titled album in 2014, and by 2016 her second album made it to the Billboard Top 100 at number 44. By 2018, she had signed a record deal, but what boosted her career was her music appearance on the TV show Yellowstone in the earlier seasons.
Hariett Tubman was born on March of 1822 in Dorchester County, Maryland, and died on March 10, 1913. She married John Tubman in 18 during the harsh environment. She fled to Philadelphia to live as a free woman. When she fled, she had to leave her family, friends, and even her husband behind. After being a free woman, she couldn't let her people suffer any longer, so she traveled to Philadelphia to Pennsylvania with the help of the railroad. The railroads were safe houses, and they could live and hide in. In 1815, she went back to Maryland and freed her family and friends. After the trip, she was named conductor of the Underground Railroad. She went back to her second time and had a successful mission of freeing people. But on her third time in 1851, she went back to save her husband, who thought she was dead and married someone else and got her pregnant. Heartbroken, she couldn't leave them behind, so she offered them help to escape, but John refused to help. After that, Hariett had 11 missions to be successful from Maryland to St. Catharines in Ontario, Canada. Sadly, on March 10, 1913, she passed away with pneumonia. She will always be remembered. Her famous quote was, "I never ran my train off the track, and I never lost my passengers."
Rosa Parks helped the civil rights movement in the United States when she refused to give up her seat to a white man on a Montgomery, Alabama bus in 1955. Her actions inspired the leaders of the local black community to organize the Montgomery bus boycott. The boycott lasted more than a year, during which Rosa Parks lost her job and ended only when the United States Supreme Court ruled that the segregation was unconstitutional. Rosa Parks was born February 4, 1913, and she died October 4, 2005. Rosa Parks died at the age of 92 of natural causes, leaving behind a rich legacy against racial discrimination and injustice.
She was born on December 6, 1996, in Walnut Creek, California. Sabrina was introduced to basketball by her family, especially her competitive games with her twin brother. She attended Miramonte High School in Orinda, where she led her team to state championships and earned the title of National Player of the Year by USA Today. Choosing the University of Oregon for college, Sabrina's talent shone brightly. She became the first NCAA player to amass 2,000 points, 1,000 assists, and 1,000 rebounds, collecting numerous awards along the way, including 3 Nancy Lieberman Awards and 2 Wooden Awards. Drafted first overall by the New York Liberty in the 2020 WNBA draft, Sabrina faced early challenges with an ankle injury but bounced back to continue her impressive performance at the professional level. Her story from a passionate young baller in California to a pro athlete in New York is an inspiration, showing that with hard work and determination, dreams can become a reality, and she's just getting started.
Katy Perry is incredibly inspiring because she has not only achieved immense success in the music industry, but has also used her platform to spread messages of empowerment, self-acceptance, and positivity. Through her music and personal journey, she encourages others to embrace their uniqueness and follow their dreams. Katy's resilience, authenticity, and philanthropic efforts make her a role model for many, showing that with passion and determination, anything is possible. She reminds us to be true to ourselves and to never give up on our aspirations.
Queen Elizabeth II was born in 1926. She was never expected to be queen, but destiny had other plans. She ascended the throne in 1952, and with it, she promised a life of service which she upheld with honor. Her reign saw the evolution of the British Empire into the Commonwealth, bridging nations across continents. She met with every U.S. president from Truman to Biden, except for Lyndon Johnson, and witnessed a digital revolution, adapting with grace and curiosity. Her personal life was a pillar of her reign, with her marriage to Prince Philip lasting over 70 years, a union that offered stability in a rapidly changing world. Through triumphs and trials, her consistency and commitment to her role was unwavering. In a world of fleeting moments, Queen Elizabeth II was a symbol of enduring dedication, leaving behind a legacy that will resonate for generations.
Serena Williams is a total powerhouse, breaking barriers in tennis with her fierce determination and unmatched skill. She's an inspiration not just as an athlete, but as a champion for women and girls everywhere, showing that with hard work and confidence, any goal is achievable. Serena's comeback stories, especially after becoming a mom, really prove that perseverance and resilience can take you to the top, no matter the odds. Plus, her advocacy and equality and justice off the court show she's a role model in more ways than one.